mentally, physically, emotionally, you're like in a much calmer space.
There is nothing that you have to respond to every once in a while, and therefore always be on the state of alert or excitement.
Yoga was good. After doing all that, all my muscles are very much relaxed.
Our kitchen is not use refined sugar, refined salt and refined flour. Not any items is deep fried.
Everything is so well balanced with the fruits and then the vegetables and then the protein, carb. Even this dosa you're taking from the center.
Yes.
Broccoli filling. I think I can take that from you.
I have a vegetable kili biryani, a bundle biryani, huh? So we just checked into our beautiful room overlooking the Vembanad lake. I must say this is a stunning property, very serene, very calm. The beginning of your journey here at Amal Tamara is a consultation with the Ayurveda practitioners. The monsoons have just begun and it is so pleasant. The room has AC, but last night we decided not to turn the AC on. In fact, all of yesterday, the whole day we were only operating with the fan because it's so pleasant. And it's also not that point where it's raining all the time. It's raining intermittently. Of course, when it rains, there was also thunder yesterday. So it rains, it pours, but it just cools the atmosphere to such an extent. I don't think I've ever experienced such pleasant weather in Kerala in all my visits here. Morning, how are you?
I'm fine, sir. What are you, sir?
I'm doing well. What's for breakfast today?
Let me check, sir. 1 minute.
Alright.
I think it's a moong dal dosha, sir.
Moong dal dose, like a pesarattu.
Yes, sir.
Ah, nice. What water is this today?
It is tulasi, sir. Holy basil.
Oh, basil water.
Basil water, sir.
Ah,
It's very hot, sir. Just be careful.
I like it hot.
Sure.
So also the water that you have here every day is a herbal water. So I think on first day we had Oma water, no? Carom seed water.
Yeah. All these herbal waters, and even in the room they give you big 1 liter, 1.5 liter flasks.
So it's a Sunday today and we are here till next Saturday. So we still have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday half day of going through the same routine. So the food is certainly is healthy and you can see that, but it's also very tasty, right? So the meals that we've had thus far, I've not really missed the fact that I'm, not eating any non-veg or something like that. So the food's been very good. Of course, the portions are limited, but other than that,
And also there is absolutely no coffee tea.
no coffee tea.
You only get the ginger suku coffee and the green tea, chamomile tea, all those things, herbal teas.
I guess when you're in a certain zone, you are just, you acclimatize yourself, right?
Yeah.
And I'm a Piscean, so I'm a fish, so I flow like water. Depending on what the scene is, I'm very flexible,
Yes.
very
Yeah.
sounding sarcastic when you say that. So anyway, so breakfast, waiting for breakfast now. In fact, the other thing out here is because the meals are calibrated and all of that, you really look forward to the next meal.
Yeah.
So when you finish breakfast and once you've done your therapy, and the therapy is quite intensive, so I think they really work your body out. And by the time you finish your therapy, it's about 11 o'clock, and then you're thinking, when is lunch? So yesterday we had lunch at 12:30, And then in the evening, we had our dinner by 7 p.m. and we had a little bit of a snack around 4 o'clock with some ginger coffee.
Ginger coffee with
With
for
choco
you,
coffee.
some sautéed pumpkin seeds.
With some pumpkin seeds, and she had an oat ball.
Yeah, oats ball.
Oats ball. I'm not really keeping my 16-hour intermittent fasting regime here because my last meal yesterday was 7 p.m. What's the time now?
It's 8:45.
It's 8:45. So that's roughly about 14 hours is what I'm doing, as opposed to, let's say, my usual 16 hours of fasting. But I think this will probably have more impact because I'm eating also, everything is very healthy, and then I'm taking those Ayurveda treatments. So let's see.
And it's just pomegranate aloe vera juice.
Pomegranate aloe vera
Aloe
juice.
vera.
Okay.
And it's a mixed cut fruits. It's a dragon fruit, watermelon, and papaya. Sir.
Thank you very much.
Joy.
Our kitchen is not use refined sugar, refined salt and refined flour. Not any items is deep fried.
Nothing is deep fried.
Nothing is deep fried. Only shallow fry. Cutlet and tikki, anything. Say fry items, anything. Only tawa grill. Not add that lot of masala, anything. Turmeric also, little put little bit. Chili, spicy, anything. Masalas.
Wonderful. Thank you, Chef.
Thank you.
So, well, we were just learning from Chef James about their philosophy to the food here. So, there's nothing refined here, whether it be it sugar, be it flour, or be it salt. And there's no deep frying of any sort whatsoever. Even the masalas are minimal. The oil too is minimal. If they make a tikki or a cutlet, it's shallow fried and with as little oil as possible. Sometimes when you're thinking of food that doesn't have this, doesn't have that, the food tends to get a little bland. But out here, I must say that everything that we've tasted thus far, and we've gone through, I think, 5 meals up until now, everything has been quite tasty. So your fruits are here: dragon fruit, watermelon, and papaya, and some pomegranate and aloe vera juice.
It's really good. Everything is so well balanced with the fruits and then the vegetables and then the protein, carb. Everything is so well balanced. Especially for the weight loss, if you just eat only this much, definitely people will lose weight. It takes 1 to 2 days to get used to it, the portions and then a lot of other food habits you have. No? It's just a matter of getting used to it. I think I've gotten used to it to some extent. I would say 50%.
So this is a routine that we have here. So you wake up in the morning. Actually, they have a wake-up call at 6 a.m. which for some reason they've decided to spare us. And then there's yoga at 6:37. So Shree's done some of the yoga. I haven't done it yet. Maybe I will one of these days, just for the sake of the vlog, if nothing else. And then after that you have your breakfast, light breakfast. You saw what we ate. And then you meet with the doctors, and then you go for your treatment for the day. Padipura is the wing where we are staying, and Nalu. And Nalu Kettu is the space where the restaurant is.
Tea? Okay.
You seem to be happy with your coffee.
Yes.
With your coffee snack, actually.
Yeah, very much.
Yeah. What-
Something little big. If I say, I'm like so excited.
This is our evening coffee snack at, what's the time, 4 p.m.?
4 p.m. 4-5.
4-5. I think it looks too big. I think I'm going to have one of them.
I will take one laddu.
Well, this is what's on my plate.
Because last one.
I have the til laddu, and I get quarter of what Sree is having.
What? Quarter. Imagine the calories that this thing has.
Ginger coffee.
Yes. So this is a dry ginger and spices like a cardamom, clove, and basil leaf, and sweetened with the jaggery.
Sweetened with jaggery, correct. Don't look at my laddus. Be happy with yours.
Like kids, we are fighting for food now. When we are kids.
That's why we always eat it far away. So that she doesn't take my food, I don't take her food. What is this? Oh, padam and all is fallen out of it already. Very tasty.
I take one bite.
You can take one whole thing. Just remember though when I want something back. Hey, I feel like one more laddu. Are you gonna have something else? I don't think. Yeah. This is so good, this ginger coffee.
We have one more ginger coffee, both of us.
No, I won't have ginger coffee. I just want the she ate mine one. Just want them to know that I'm eating. I've asked for the extra laddu that was portioned to me, but just so that they don't put it on my records.
And so I don't care. Let them think what they want.
So I think out here everybody is in cahoots with one another. So at the restaurant they will tell the doctor what you've eaten, if you've eaten something extra. When you're doing therapy and you fall asleep,
Snore.
they will tell the doctor.
The doctor will come to know everything about us.
Yeah. So it's a very holistic sort of an approach here. So I think the theme here is like one family, right? Yeah. So it's like you've gone to somebody's home and how everybody in that home will know what's happening with you as a guest. I think that's how this scene here is. So if I eat something extra here, if Sree orders an extra this thing, the doctor will know immediately. I was, getting a nice massage and I fell asleep. So apparently I made some noises that they call snoring. So the doctor heard about it.
That was snoring.
So the doctor heard about it and said, okay, maybe you have some congestion. So I'm going to do another therapy for you, another treatment for you. I think that's also the charm of this place, right? So you don't really feel like you are staying in a resort or a retreat. You feel like you're in a large home, right? So the doctor is the head of the family here, at least in our case until now, right? Because she's the one you met, she's the one you interact with on a daily basis.
She's the one who I spoke to, on the phone from Bangalore. So it's like the interaction is happening since then. So it's like a, family. She's like, if I have any problem, can't sleep, I couldn't sleep. She said, don't worry, I try to give you this potion, whatever, like she does handle everything.
So yeah, so although it's an Ayurvedic retreat, it just feels like you're in a home, right? And that's the warmth and affection and hospitality with which everybody out here treats you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's nice also about the atmosphere here is that it's very rooted, very earthy. So it allows you to be comfortable. You don't feel overwhelmed. And I think we'll also match in our Amal Yatri garbs. They call us Amal Yatris here because they say you are travelers who are participating with us.
Amal means pure in Malayalam.
Yeah, so Amal means pure. So
So pure yatris here.
yeah, so you're basically going through this whole journey with them for a week, mind, body, and soul. I don't know how much of that we'll achieve, but I think the body at least. When you put this garb on itself, you feel a little cleansed already. After that Mohiniyattam performance, now it's time for our performance with dinner. I don't think we've ever been so excited about food. Of course, I'm always excited about food, but just the act of physically consuming food, when food is measured, when food is rationed in a good way, of course. You look forward to every time.
Morsel. each and every morsel you don't want to waste.
Don't want to waste, don't want to share.
Yeah. I do share quite a bit.
Only thing missing here is a bell with the ring. And all of us come here running for dinner. I mean it in a good way. The food's very good, of course. There's no complaints about that.
I just love this place.
How was your meditation today?
Very nice. They taught us how to breathe from the stomach, diaphragm, and then the shoulder.
Yeah.
All three types of breathing. Then you have to include all three together, the breathing. That's the...
I think even I should do it one of these days. Why should only you have all the fun?
Yeah. Try, no, everything it's right in front of you.
It's curry leaf. Not very flavorful. It's a little blandish today. I think of all the soups that we tried,
Yesterday's soup was very
I think the beetroot soup was my favorite, and
yesterday's soup was my
the horse gram. That was also very good. And they use some mustard oil in this. That's what gives it that flavor. What I like here is that the vegetables, the vegetables, the way they cook it, that crunch is intact in everything that we eat, right? Be it the baby corn, the zucchini, the onion, the bell peppers. Very good. We woke up very early this morning, just watching the boats, the small boats head out from the village nearby into the backwaters. The fishermen step out early in the morning, usually before the break of dawn, and spend long hours on the waters, be it the backwaters on a lake like this or on the ocean. And because we don't see them as much, we don't realize how tough their profession is. I think fishing has to be one of the toughest professions, subject to the vagaries of nature. You know, I see them bobbing about on their small boats on this vast expanse of water. Sitting here on the balcony and watching them, I feel nervous. Can you imagine if you're sitting on that boat? You're powerless really against the whole force of nature and whatever happens. Of course, the lakes are much more calmer. But still, and they have to do this day in and day out to earn their livelihood just so that we can get some of that delicious marine catch on our tables. Salute to them. What are you drinking?
I'm drinking my herbal tea.
Herbal tea.
Yeah.
Herbal tea seems to have awakened your...
Yes. Mentally, physically, emotionally, you're like in a much calmer space.
When you are in a space like this, it allows you a lot of time to actually calm down completely because there's no external trigger. There's nothing that you have to respond to every once in a while, and therefore always be on this state of alert or excitement. So I think it really allows you to slow down completely. I think that's what an experience like this does. And as you slow down, perhaps new thoughts enter because your mind is not taking up the space of all the stimuli that you're constantly exposed to otherwise. Your mind is emptier, perhaps making for clarity in your thought, ideas. And of course, besides that, at the physical level, with all the treatments that you take and all the care that you take in terms of the food that you take in terms of the food that you eat, I think it also, at a physical level, restores you, right? So we were discussing this analogy. Let's say in your day-to-day life, if you are at 100 kilometers per hour and your ideal state is at about 50 or 60 kilometers per hour, in our normal environments, with all that we're doing and with all that we are subject to, it's very difficult to come from 100 to 50 or 60. But when you come into a space like this, where the entire system is designed in a manner that you operate at 30 or a 40 for a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks, whatever you may decide is the time for you, then when you go back into your own world, it is not so difficult operating at a 50 or a 60. And I think that's the way programs like these work. It allows you to step away from all that you're doing in your world into a space like this where everything is calibrated to you, for you, at a certain pace, and you have not much choice around that. And when you get used to that, they say in about 7 days you form a habit. Well, in 14 days, probably it gets ingrained much deeper. And 21 days, I guess it becomes a way of life. And then when you go back to your world, yes, you will not operate at the same 30 or 40 kmph here. You'll probably add on that 15-20 because of the world that you're in. But then, when you realize you've come from 100 to a 60.
Once you go back, without your knowledge, like you tend to incorporate the discipline, the way of, like living, eating, that's what happens here. Yoga was good. After doing all that, all my muscles are very much relaxed, which was very tight. Now it's relaxed and flexible.
Namaste. So I've been wanting to do yoga for a while now, last 3 days, but I have a bit of I think I'm not used to all these treatments. I'm not used to my body being stretched out in the manner that it is during the Ayurveda treatment. So I have a bit of a ache in my hamstring. Is that what they call it? So I'm told that the yoga teacher has told me that he's going to prescribe certain exercises for me this evening to help with that. What is this?
Apple juice. Steamed.
Is
it a pomegranate juice, sir?
Pomegranate juice.
Yes. Is it a mixed cut fruits, papaya, mango, and marshmallows?
Thank you very much.
Actually, it's nice. Nendram banana, papaya, in a little steamed form.
Over mango. Mango is very good. Excellent. Very sweet mango. So good.
Even this dosa you're taking from the center.
Yes.
Broccoli filling.
Okay, let me share this with you. The first bite have.
Nice.
Oh, this potato also is there.
Some nuts are there.
There's a combination of broccoli and potato. But of course, there's no tuppa in this dosa.
Some potatoes are there. Some nuts.
There's some peanuts, A tasty dosa. Little more tuppa would have been perfect.
No such luck.
So I thought it was going to be completely broccoli, but there's a potato and probably broccoli, a bit of broccoli in that. And you can see some peanuts there, right there. What chutney is this? Tomato onion chutney. Nice. I think the sambar is excellent. Because there's not too much fat in the dosa, so it certainly feels a bit dry. So that's where the sambar comes into play, to drench the dosa with its lentil flavored goodness. There's plenty of vegetable. What is it? Raw banana. So I just checked with the chef. There was not potato, but it's colocasia. And that, into that the broccoli is crushed. So the texture is very much like potato. It's of course starchy as well. So breakfast done, and now we are just going to be going in for a consultation with the doctor. And she'll take an update of how we're feeling, how the day was, what we ate, what we liked, etc. And then prescribe the day's therapy. So this is what life here at the Amal Tamara is all about. It's very idyllic, and I've never been in a situation like this where you're really doing nothing. Barring editing of this vlog, I'm not doing any other vlog edits. I'm not looking at any other work, barring minimal directions to my team, because even I want this to be like a proper break. And so therefore, for this reason, you wouldn't see an episode this week on Food Lovers TV. I think once in a while you need to do this. You need to just put everything aside. At the end of the day, what will go wrong? Nothing will go wrong. That's what I'm hoping, at least. And it won't. All that will happen is that activity that you used to is not happening. Apart from that, the world carries on. Everything is going on. Life is normal as usual.
Sarvesham Shantir Bhavatu Sarvesham Purnam Bhavatu Sarvesham Mangalam Bhavatu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Sharp 12:30 we are there for lunch. Today is the first day. We are going 1 hour later than our normal time. Maybe our body is getting used to this.
Yeah, we're getting set. We're getting accustomed to the routine here.
Yeah,
How's your treatment today?
excellent.
They changed my treatment, so they did a dara with a herbal decoction. So that's the other thing out here. The treatment basically changes on a daily basis.
Yeah.
Not on a daily basis. I think they
3 days, once in 3 days.
once in 3 days. So based on what your consultation with the doctor and based on their prognosis
Yeah.
or diagnosis, they then prescribe a course of treatment for you, which usually lasts for 2 or 3 days, because they say it takes that much time for it to take effect. So for instance, I had this a lepum that they had put on my head, on my sinus region, because I had a bit of a sinus ache, and now I find that I'm not really having any of that. Right. On that note, let's see what's for lunch today. We had a very special lunch yesterday, which I didn't record. So yesterday was my no camera day, so I didn't carry this camera around on which I normally record most of my vlog footage. But they had a nice poti choru yesterday. I think I captured some footage on my iPhone. Hello. Namaskar, how are you?
Good sir, good you.
Do we have a surprise today also for lunch?
Today some small surprise.
Small surprise. Wonderful.
We missed you in the morning, Vigo. You are not there. Lettuce salad, a kadachakka curry.
Oh, you have bitter gourd.
I like it. Grilled bitter gourd.
Melaku.
Mixed vegetable melaku.
Oats appam.
Oats appam.
Ash gourd
halwa.
halwa.
Wow.
Oh, that's like that dum rot.
They have not repeated even one dish so far.
Yeah.
This is our Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We had about 12 meals, more than 12, 13 meals.
Like even the appam today, you have an oats appam. I've done a rice appam. They also do a ragi appam for you.
Yeah, ragi appam, ragi dosa.
Ragi dosa. Let's look at my menu for the day. Lettuce salad, mushroom pepper fry, grilled bitter gourd.
I think I can take that from you.
I have a vegetable kili biryani, a bundle biryani, huh? Wonderful. What do you have? You have an oats.
What appam?
You have an oats appam.
Diabetic friendly.
I have a kadla curry and a vegetable kili biryani. Kili is that bundle. Kili. Kiri.
Let's switch.
No, that's
Today.
okay.
Exchange.
I can give you the bundle after I take the biryani out. I think it's your, the one responsible for this is your doctor, Ajita. I think I went to the correct doctor for my consultation. Good. What is this? Beans. You want it?
Please have it.
This I'm not a fan of. It's raw. Wonderful.
So this is a chena curry, the yam.
The yam curry.
This is a chutney. This is a dates pickle. And this is a grilled bitter gourd.
Okay.
And this is a mushroom pepper fry.
Mushroom pepper fry.
Along with the kiri biryani.
Bitter gourd. Kadachakka curry.
What is kadachakka?
Kadachakka is a breadfruit.
Oh, breadfruit.
Breadfruit.
It's called kadachakka.
Kadachakka, yes.
Mixed vegetable malagu and oat supper.
Happy eating, Sree.
Thank you.
Let me concentrate on my plate. Sree, you want to look at my kili biryani?
Enjoy.
Basically some raw banana, some rice and, well, it's a veg biryani, if you know what I mean. But steamed in a banana leaf. Lovely. I'm trying to visualize there's some little chemin in there somewhere. Some little prawn in there somewhere. And I'm trying to... But it is very tasty. Some karela, bitter gourd. Nice. Must hand it to the chef's imagination. Trying to please all these palates. People who come from different parts of the country, also some guests who come from overseas. They're having all the meals here, breakfast, lunch and dinner. And for him to come up with a different dish or different set of menu each time to cater to their palates and still keep it exciting is no ordinary task, no ordinary feat. Quite nice. The one thing in the sweets and all, they use some ghee. There's some ghee in this.
Ghee, but only jaggery.
Yeah, no refined sugar.
No refined sugar at all in any of the.
This is the ash gourd halwa. The Budu Kumbhalakai halwa. Happy birthday, dear Sree. Happy birthday to you.
Thank you everybody.
We have a special table.
Sadhya.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems that's what Deepu told. It's Sadhya today, no diet for me today.
Wow.